cave here. Like that. This reminds me of a number of different places like Carlsbad Caverns. Don't know if any of you have ever heard of Carlsbad or been there, but it's a pretty amazing place. I better keep an eye on my rockets, huh? Just under a stack left. I should be probably headed toward home here. All right, which way do we need to go? We need to go west, and we need to go north. Notice the lag is not improving even though I've been in the area for a while. I suppose I could still be generating. I usually like to get up super high and then just take a long, slow coast. When I'm traveling like thousands of blocks, this is the way to go. Up above the clouds, unlikely to smack into anything. Up above 300 or so. It's where I feel safe. I learned that lesson the hard way a number of times. Looks like the stream dropped a minute and a half ago. Yeah. Dang it. I was just talking to myself for a little bit there. Well, I hope you guys are all having a good start to your week. I saw a few folks were talking about snow. We got some snow overnight. Snow always makes my body unhappy. But it is beautiful. Or can be. You know, I have a thing. Let's see, is it a tweakaroo thing? I think it is. What is it called? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. There's a thing where it's like free cam, but for flying, where you can look around, but you don't change direction. That's not it. Oh, it's so helpful too. Is it in this list? No. You know what? I'll know. I've got it in a text file. One sec, guys. Because I have it in commands. Actually, I've got it in a spreadsheet as well. Keybinds. I'm pretty sure I kept that in here. Elytra camera is what it's called. Let's go up nice and high here. So we've got a little bit of time. Okay, so that's the indicator. So that's set to true, and then you have to do a hotkey. Oh, it is set. Shift R. That reloaded my shaders. I wonder. Oh, there it is. So you can look around, but you don't change direction that you're going in. So if I get lower where you can actually see that, let me close my spreadsheet. Are we still going the right way? No. We need to be going west, and wasn't it north? Or was it south? South. Southwest. So here we go. You can fly. Well, if we can see some terrain, it would be helpful. Oh, that's weird. That doesn't seem to be working right. That's interesting. Didn't used to do that. I haven't used it for a while. Wonder if it needs an update. Could just be that it's generating. Let's try it again. That's interesting. So it should actually be showing the terrain. I wonder why it's not doing that. Oh, it keeps reloading the shaders. Okay, all of the lag. It's interesting because I'm seeing FPS isn't that bad, but I'm definitely noticing lag. All right, let's fix this little bit here. Reload shaders. Oh, I think I want to leave that. I used to have it as Control R. Let me go back into my. Did they get switched to Shift? Why would that have been a thing? I think I want to actually switch that back to Control. Okay, that's Shift. Oh, that's also Shift. I'm using my mouse. I have a hotkey. I don't know whether that conflicts with anything or not. I don't have it on my spreadsheet if it does, so I guess we'll find out. Let's see. Yeah, it seems like it doesn't work. Oh well. All right, which way do we need to go? We need to go south and west, right? Isn't that what we decided? Yes. Got some snow here. That's cool. Kind of an ice lake. That's kind of neat. This is kind of cool in here. I dig it. I dig it. My last single player world that I played before streaming had some incredible ice in the other mountains. Just, I might take screenshots someday of it and post them on Twitter, or maybe we'll do a tour of my old world someday. It was just gorgeous. Like, it was incredible terrain. I was like, man, this would be a great. I almost, actually, when I was starting a new world, I almost decided to just restart in the same seed, so that I could go to that location. So cool. All right, let's see. Are we going mostly the right way here? All right, we need to get to roughly 2,000 and roughly negative 200. Yeah, so south and west. And now it's time to start being conservative with the rockets. Oh boy, and the Elytra. Okay. Could be interesting. At least it doesn't die. You can mend it. And we should be able to get there without too much trouble. And we need to kind of go mostly in the Z direction, negative Z. And we should start seeing some fairly familiar things. So you can see how I'm not changing direction, but it's not rendering the ground. That's very interesting. I guess it's not rendering the ground either way, is it? Now we're seeing some ground. I want to be careful not to smack into that ground. So here's our cool structure that I found a few days ago. Love that. Oops, wrong way. So it's roughly -2, and then, yeah, right in over here. Zoop. And we are home. Thanks for the greetings. I gotta name you guys. I think we were gonna name them like Electron and Neutron or something. I gotta put them in another place. I kind of shoved them off to the side while I made this little staircase here, because I got tired of my janky staircase that I had there before. We have so much potential in this world, I think, and I think it's going to cause me to have to stretch quite a bit because I'm really not a builder, as I've mentioned maybe a time or two. I love making farms. I love exploring. I love the terrain. I love fighting mobs. I love, the Ender Dragon fight and the Wither and stuff. Building has never really been my forte, but I can see that it's a lot of fun, and I think it's just a matter of getting competency with it. And then I think it would be a lot of fun. But we now have use for the Ender Farm again, so let's head on over there. It's a little tricky. I went ahead and made a tunnel instead of flying through the nether for this because, ouch, I was supposed to hit the ground first, not smack my face. Whack! Because that basalt delta is really tricky to get through flying. I gave it a shot. I didn't die, but I definitely felt like if I didn't take care, I would die, so. Phoenix, thank you for the redeem to hydrate Pando. And, that's a good reminder. I should do the same thing. I'm going to take a little sip or two. Anybody else needs it? There is your reminder. Thank you, Phoenix. Delish. Let's go and get our gear mended up. We'll go ahead and make that less obnoxious. Cheers and lurking. Appreciate you lurking, Phoenix. It's always nice to have you hanging out with us. And that's that. All mendable gear now mended. Just like that. It's really quick. That's something else. And of course, if I had looting, there'd be a whole lot more ender pearls, but we're already going to have more ender pearls than we'll ever need. Just by coming over here to repair every now and then, we'll get more than we need. So, have to be careful standing right over the end, though, or the void, rather. There we are, and all mended up. I somehow managed to pick up a dark oak sapling. Well, well, well. Okay. Let's head on back and remind me to get more rockets while when I'm over there, because it would be kind of a bummer to suddenly be out of rockets and plummet to our death. Zoop. And I always forget which way I need to go. I need to go north and I need to go east, right? Rockets. There you go. Or is it west? It's west. And slightly north. Such a pretty world. I really do think this world has a lot to offer, so it's good. Good stuff. And I think I may be feeling like we're ready to sort of wrap up here for today. I was thinking I'd go a little longer, but I am starting to feel sore, and I think I really better pay attention to that so I don't get like I did last time. Let's see, did I go too far? I did. Went too far this way. Here's our mountain. We'll make an official fly-in entrance of some kind at some point as well. But yeah, I'm feeling like that's kind of a good place to stop, since I don't really have an official plan, and I did want to do a little more kind of thinking about where to put the slime farm, because I had not. That's the one thing I hadn't really done, is take a look under and see how much spawn proofing I would need to do for caves, and there's quite a bit of open cave down there below the areas over there that I was looking at, so probably ought to do a little more digging around and see what's going to be a better location. But with that, I guess I can take the shield off as well. Folks, thank you for hanging out. It's really good to be back streaming. I missed you guys. And we should probably find somebody to go in and raid. Who is currently on at the moment? Let's take a look. Should we raid Kurt J Mac? uh, I used to watch Kurt way back in the day. I think one or two of you remembers Kurt. That would be an interesting way to introduce myself to him. I've left comments for him years and stuff ago. We could raid Joker. I don't think I've ever raided Joker. We could raid Chansey. I've never raided Chansey that I can recall. Joker has 53 folks on. Chansey has 7. I feel like raids are helpful to those who have fewer people. No worries, Vanna. Step away. Probably going to miss the raid. Have a great evening. No worries. Hey, thanks for hanging out. It's always good to see you, my friend, as I said earlier. And I appreciate all your input and your insight. And I will do my best to get in and hang out with you guys more often. I will make a point of keeping that in mind. I think some of it is the times that you usually stream are times that I'm usually doing other things, so that might be something I have to do a little planning for. But I am also trying to sort of look at doing earlier streams, so my schedule may be adjusting. You stream late? How late? I feel like usually I feel like you've been streaming more early. Maybe I've got that backwards. To me, I usually stream late. I'm usually on, like, my normal times have been kind of 8:30 Eastern, which is 6:30 in my time zone. But I feel like I seem to remember seeing you more often in kind of like the now time frame, 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. You know what? I think you're right. Actually, I am remembering that incorrectly. So late should be working for me. CST. Yeah, that should. I wonder if I just don't get notified because I feel like I should have seen you. That's the time that would work pretty well for me usually. If I'm streaming, that would have been kind of toward the end of when I usually stream. Usually I go till 11 or 12 Mountain Time. So anyway, I know you need to get running, so I'll let you go. But thanks for hanging out. It's always good to have you. And yeah, we'll keep an eye out for you soon. Waves, all the waves. Everybody wave to Vanna. Wish Vanna well. I'm thinking we will go raid Chansey because I don't think I've ever had an opportunity to raid her. And she is a sweetheart that got started and got a raid from Pearlescent Moon. And it just absolutely made her day. And I was part of that raid when Pearl raided her. And it was just, she couldn't talk for 5 minutes. She was literally crying. She was so, it was just such a sweet moment and a neat thing to be part of. So obviously, this isn't nearly as big of a raid, but she's doing a good job doing her thing, and I feel like she's a good person to choose. So, folks, appreciate you hanging out. Raid Chansey RN. Let's get that started. And I guess I probably ought to get over to her channel and take a look at it. She is doing Minecraft if I read it right. We got a few seconds here before the raid kicks in. I'm getting over to her channel here. Oh, no, she's not. Okay, it's not PG. I did not do my due diligence here at all. She is doing following fighting the creepy tongue dude. I have no idea what game this is. Sorry, folks. I did not. I did not check her out. But Chansey's a sweetheart. My guess is that you will like her stuff. I guess we'll take a chance on Chansey. Ha ha ha. Thanks for hanging out with me. For those who are still here, and let's go say hi to Chansey. I hope you all have a good evening, and I'll see you again sometime soon.
Ooh, I'm gonna catch this. Watch, watch.